What's up, y'all? It's Vanelli Cutz, and we're back at it again with a scoop of the day. I'm sitting here with Chris, a.k.a. Mr. Network the City, a.k.a. See the Vision. Now, he's not someone that just moves the city. He networks it and brings it together. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, I'm feeling great. I'm ready for this haircut. Ready to cut this clock, this melon.
Oh, man, it is a dome piece we got to work with here.
Just so you guys know, she got 25 minutes. This is like a barber competition right now. So, like, we're clocking her, right? You don't see how long she takes. But now we're going to get into this.
While I pick his brain. So, my first question, while we get into it, my first question for you is, what inspired your name?
Which name?
All of them. We have Mr. Network the City, we have See the Vision, and obviously your mom gave you your name.
So, we're not going to talk about my real name, but
right.
For Network the City, it kind of, so See the Vision started as a clothing brand. And from there, I kind of got into wanting to, you know, push my brand and stuff like that. So I had thought about the idea of having a fashion show, and I brought it up to Mr. Freestyle, and we was, you know, that's my brother, and I always bring up everything to him, and I brought it up to him, and he was like, let's do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it started off with trying to push it as a brand. And I kind of like steered off of that because of the interest I got after posting it. So like I posted it, and then when I posted it, like that I was doing a fashion show, just mad people started hitting me up. I had mad models started hitting me up, designers hitting me up, people that had clothing brands. There was all types of people just hitting me up and trying to, you know, just figure it out, what I had going on. And at that point, I kind of like just pushed my brand to the side and just decided, let's just make this bigger than what we already planned in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we called it Network the City. And at first, everybody laughed at the name.
Really?
You'd be surprised. Even him, Mr. Freestyle.
I'll be honest with you. This is one of my best, my favorite sayings. Is at first they laugh at you, and then they start to ask you how you did it.
Yeah.
And that is a true testimony to someone that stays consistent through it all.
Yeah, because if I wasn't consistent, it would have been it wouldn't be Network the City. It still would have been laughed at, and that's the thing. Everybody else still laughs at you when you start something, and until you show them that it's bigger than what you are, they won't stop laughing.
Nah, I love that. Was that do you think that when the fashion show came about, that was kind of the turning point of like where you decided you needed to like bring people together?
Yeah, so like after I seen so many people reaching out, I actually thought it was a great thing for the first time that mad people were trying to get into something that was going on in Reading. And I didn't expect that many people to reach out to me. So that's when, just being it about my brand, I made it about everybody. And that's where it just went from there. I kind of just wanted to bring everybody together and just see what I could do with one event.
And then one event turned into a lot of events after that. I saw you take off on social media, yeah.
One event turned into a lot. And the first event, that was the biggest event, you know, that was the one that put the icing on the cake, and that was the one that had everybody like, yo, what the heck? And like, why the people that didn't know about it, you know, why didn't we go? What was going on this? The people that didn't go, you know, yo, why didn't we go? This shit looked crazy. Excuse my language, but this looked crazy. And yeah, it was a big turnout. I think it was like almost 200 people or something like that.
For your first event?
Yeah.
And that's crazy, man.
It was huge, bro. It was one of those things that like even after the event, I had to sit down in the car for a little bit and like rethink everything, you know, like
take it all in.
I really just did that, you know, especially.
Definitely had to be a moment you were definitely proud of.
Yeah.
Speaking of proud moments, so I got to interview Freestyle here.
For sure.
And I didn't get to see the back part of the studio. What was your vision and mission behind this studio? Because it is just crazy in here.
Kind of just what I've been doing, just kind of just bringing the community together and just bringing content creators together and just give everybody a space that was cost effective but efficient at the same time. And when I say that, you know, there's a lot of studios that are around or near the area that are charging an arm and a leg just to get done. And, you know, as a content creator, we all know, like, it gets expensive. Like, everything that you invest in, the time you invest into it, even as a podcaster or just for photography, as a photographer, anything, you know, it gets expensive if you're trying to rent studio time. And the goal was kind of just to do my own thing, but also give people a space that they can rent out, and it was cheap, you know, like I charged $25 during the week and $40 during the weekend, and half the time I'm just giving deals just to book out the week, you know what I mean? Just to get people to book and just to keep the ball rolling and have a movement going inside the studio at all times. But it's not really about the money, it's more about bringing the community together and just everybody creating and giving everybody a space to start.
Well, that's fire. Are you originally from Reading?
No, I'm not from Reading.
Okay.
I rep Reading, regardless.
No, 100%.
So we don't need to talk about where I'm from, but I live in Reading, my kids live in Reading, so, you know, I make sure that I do the best thing I can in Reading.
No, 100%. So what do you think that the city of Reading is missing when it comes to collaboration and creating content? Like,
I think it was missing support. I still think that it's not getting the support that we should get.
Yeah.
The people from Reading, I think, are coming more together to create together and collab and kind of just create a better name for Reading and just be bigger than what people say we are.
No doubt. It's really dope what you're doing. I see there's a million possibilities in this studio. Do you think?
Sure.
Do you think that you're the missing link to what is missing in Reading?
I don't see I actually like being behind the scenes, whether everybody believes it or not, but I'd like more being just not known for doing everything that I'm doing, because at the end of the day, when you do something that you love, it doesn't matter the credit that you're going to get for it.
Okay. So that was like kind of like my next question. I see you like to bring people together. You like to put other people's vision in the front lines and put them on the spotlight. How do you feel being in the spotlight? Like right now, is this like a nerve-wracking moment for you?
I'm losing my mind right now, like losing it. Even that there's nobody around, you know, we're just on camera right now. Like,
yeah.
I just like, it's a lot of time when I first started doing this. A lot of the times when I started, bro, I literally just didn't want to be in front of a camera, like at all. And I had my brother freestyle, and he was always on me, like, yo, get over there, yo, go talk to them people, yo, go do this. And a lot of the times it's just need somebody that's gonna push you, and a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
And I'm hoping to put that battery in other people's back, just like he put that battery in my back to push myself. And kind of just pushing everybody. That's really a big thing. I don't want to be in the front line saying I run this, I run that. I want it to be a brand. I don't want people to know Chris. I want people to know See the Vision. And when people get to know See the Vision, then they'll know what's behind it after they learn what See the Vision is.
That's dope. Sorry, I got like really focused, lasered in to this curve right now. So in your opinion, when creators come to you and they want to like collaborate and stuff like that, what advice would you give for someone that wants to reach out but doesn't want to look like they're like clout chasing or just like bandwagoning?
Don't reach out with a let's collab or let's link or let's work. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're a business. When you're an entrepreneur or a content creator, you're trying to get paid and you're trying to push yourself as a brand, and you gotta be professional when you do things, you know, like a lot of people will hit me up and like, yo, let's do this, or yo, my G, this and that, like, and then not understanding that, like, I'm not trying to be street no more, I'm trying to be a businessman at the end of the day, and that's the goal, to be bigger than the streets. So I try to even teach the younger people that reach out to me, like, yo, when you hit me up respectfully, and, you know, go from there. And yeah.
I think that is awesome advice because I think I even hit you up with a yo game.
Nah, yeah. But a lot of the times, like when you gotta know when to do it and when to not do it. Like at the same time, like after we did the yo gang, it got professional afterwards. You know what I mean? Like it didn't go any further than that. After you seen I replied professionally or whatever the case may have been, you know, it didn't go any further than that. But a lot of times they stay in character. Like sometimes they just stay in character where that shit doesn't leave. It's like, yo, bro, I can't handle this.
So you would say, to be taken serious, you definitely have to have the business approach, no matter what. Even in barbering, guys, this is just a universal truth.
And don't be afraid to say something either. I'm not telling you to be afraid to say something, and don't stop saying something. If somebody's not reaching back out to you, reach out to them again. It doesn't hurt to double check on somebody and be like, yo, you got my message, yo.
Oh yeah, I've had to do that. I for one, I'm a true believer of copying and pasting and sending that message once more.
Yo, sometimes it gets lost. You never know how many messages people again. That's
a fact. That's a fact.
You never know how many messages somebody getting. And social media is a big place, so like you could get a text from millions of people. We wouldn't even know it. You might take 200 followers, but you might be getting 500 messages. Who knows?
No, that's a fact, man. So real quick, just to bring it back into the barbershop studio essence, what made you want to put a studio in a barbershop? What motivated you to do that?
Just because he's a barber, Mr. Freestyle, and I'm a content creator, and we just always doing everything together. There isn't really much to it.
Yeah, it just happened naturally.
Just really, when I tell you it happened, it just happened. We seen the spot, and I'm like, your size, my size? He's like, yep. Literally. It was just like, all right, bet, let's do this.
So you guys went on this venture knowing you wanted to do it together?
Yeah, we do everything together. Network the city, everything that happens, we usually do it together. Even barbering events. You know, you see me at barber events, and I'm not even a barber.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I be in there just looking for free haircuts.
And some great haircuts you've gotten. I gave him one a couple years back.
Anyone, yeah. But that's really we just wanted to do it. We just knew that. The thing is, we've done business for so long together, and it never is, like, we're not one of the people. A big thing if you go into business with your friends.
Right.
Don't take criticism or them trying to tell you what you're doing wrong as a way of trying to shut you down or defeat you. A lot of times you gotta take criticism and turn it into a positive. Even just anything bad anybody has to say about you, you always turn it into a positive. There's times we don't agree on everything. I'm not gonna tell you we agree on every single thing. There's times we've gotten into arguments, but at the end of the day, we don't let that get in between what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, all right, bet. Now what we're gonna do to fix this? All right, this is the solution.
And that's the attitude I feel like you should always have, right? Like a fix first attitude.
With anybody, because you never know. Unless it's something major, like with your friends, like it should always be. You should be able to take in bad or good. Like, you shouldn't have to only take in the good, because it's like a relationship.
Yeah.
Not everything is going to be peaches and cream, you know?
No, 100%. A business relationship is probably harder than an actual relationship at times.
No, it is. But we've been so close for so long that, like, we've learned to adapt between things, you know? Like, we've learned each other so well that it's like, all right, we don't gotta step on each other's toes. It's like, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. If we don't agree on the same thing, we do our own thing, you know? But we always support each other. That's the biggest thing. Supporting. Real support. Not just saying that's my friend. No. Share your friend's stuff, you know, comment on their thing. Just do what you have to do no matter what to keep pushing with your people and make sure they rise to the top. Even if it's only one person that you're riding with. Make sure y'all ride together or ride alone.
And you'll definitely get a lot further if you have that one person who's loyal. Like, I'd rather have like one loyal friend than have like 100 lined up.
No, I'd rather have a team. A good starting 5.
There you go.
We can go to the top. I mean, it's cool. We got 1-on-1, you know, me and him, but we could build a nice team to go as far as we want to go. A team will get you far. nowhere in the NBA, NFL, NHL do that. Anybody play by themselves to get to the championship. Everybody gotta play together.
It's dope that you're able to recognize that. Damn, I don't know, 25 minutes. I'm kind of fast, man.
Oh, we almost there?
Nah. I just also want to know, how does the shop like influence like the collaborations that you guys have going on in the studio?
When you say that, what do you mean?
Like, you know, the vibe, the barbershop vibe. Like,
it don't really nothing at all. We keep it a barbershop vibe no matter what. I try to keep my hours after the barbershop closes somewhat slowing down so that nobody feels uncomfortable when they're taking pictures and feel like people watching them and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
We do have like a curtain and stuff that we put up just in case that people want to be blocked. But other than that, like we've been managing. Like I've done YouTube videos in here. I've done YouTube videos with almost 30 people in here. You know, like we've been doing stuff. We've been managing around it and figuring it out, and it hasn't been bumping. It's been actually flowing really well. And a lot of people are, you know, trying to see you know, you came, you didn't go past the curtain. You was like, I ain't going back there. Yeah.
There's a whole new world back here.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, you know, that you were mesmerized by that.
Yeah. What was so there's like 3 different like areas, right?
There's
4.
5. So it's the white wall. We got the white wall. We got the record room. We got like a graffiti looking wall that we had people come hand paint. We got the newspaper wall, and then behind us we got the money wall.
Right. So like what can you walk us through, like what you were thinking about, what you made of
the white wall is like a cyclone wall. So the white wall is like, it's basically called an infinity white wall. So basically to give it like an endless look. That's for more like when you're doing a photo shoot and just want white. You don't want no background. You could do product photos, headshots there, a lot of different things. We do a lot of YouTube videos there mostly. Like we do a lot of YouTube videos there. The record room, that kind of was just, I just wanted to do something with records, to be honest with you. I remember seeing a picture with records and a girl in a shopping cart, and I was like, yo, I gotta do that.
Like aesthetically, that just looked tough.
But I can't put a shopping cart in here. That was the only thing that I was like, fuck. The graffiti wall, I kind of just wanted to go off with supporting local artists around. And kind of just get their artwork out there and just have people take pictures with it. And hopefully in return, you know, people recognize the art, they start asking where it's from and start wanting to, you know, follow those artists and figure out who they are and hopefully buy from them or become future partnerships with them. The newspaper wall, again, I've seen that and how before, and a lot of people take pictures in it, so I figured it was one of those things I was gonna do. Got Trump up there, got all types of
definitely a lot of different
cartoons. Then the money wall, I think of the money wall as like for music videos, like for rappers.
That's exactly what I said when I came back here.
So like standing, holding money, throwing it in the air in front of them, stuff like that. I just wanted it to be like scenic with the money and just all over the place and just look like it's, so like if somebody's throwing the money in the air, it'll look like a bunch of money floating in the air with them, like while it's being recorded. So yeah, that's really what just went behind it. I was just trying to give, like I said, I was just trying to give people something different in the city, something that just they can come to and just do photos, whatever they needed to do. And that's really what it's been doing.
What were your like major struggles to get here at this point?
Everything. Listen, I got a lot going on in my regular. I work a regular job. Now I got the studio. I was doing Network the City. I am doing Network the City. Let me say was. We do that like once a year now. I got my kids. Regular life just hitting, and sometimes it's very, very hard to stay consistent because of life. Like that's the one thing. Like life is one of those things that you can't.
And it's unpredictable. Life be lifing.
Yeah.
Like I like to say.
It's just really one of those things.
Where do you see the Vision Studios going in the future?
I want to eventually, move myself in this small space. Like, hopefully in the future, move myself in this small space let Mr. Freestyle become a full barbershop and just branch his stuff off, and then I want to move into like a warehouse eventually and just go off of that. And then I'm hoping to entwine, you know, Network the City and See the Vision at the same time to allow both businesses to kind of like just bring everything together, you know, and just be only See the Vision eventually.
Now, do you wear those two businesses as two different hats? Like,
yeah,
do you
right
feel
now,
like two different people, like when you See the Vision and then when you are in Mr. Network?
Yes and no, like, because there's times where, you know, everybody sees me at Network the City, but then they're saying See the Vision at the same time. Right?
Okay.
See the Vision, like I said, was started off as a brand, and that's the way I want to keep it, as branded as, you know, just a brand as See the Vision. Network the City is its own brand, but I think both have the same idea, just a little different. Just Network the City does fashion shows, and See the Vision is just all about content and everybody that's entwined entrepreneurs, everything. So it's two different things, but I think the same thing at the same time.
No, yeah. But when you think of the word legacy, what does that do for you?
Leaving something behind that's worth it.
What do you think your legacy is that you want to leave behind?
You know something? I just want to make sure that my kids got everything they want. I just want to make sure my business is thriving to leave it behind for them. And whatever comes with it, to be honest. I haven't really thought too far because I'm still in the now. I'm more of a now person than a future person.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I try to make sure that I'm trying to figure out what's going on now and what's going to happen today before I have to think about what's going to happen in a year or so. Because right now is what counts anyway, so I'm going to work hard now and make sure I'm pushing everything now. And hopefully in the future it gets to everything that it's supposed to get to.
So let's take it back to the past. Did you ever expect it to be this big?
No, hell no.
Or like to have your own studio, to have...
I ain't thinking none of this, man, none of this. I had a photographer that became one of my right-hand mans like 2 years ago, and he ended up passing away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. But this is something that he was trying to do with me, and I kind of just wanted to keep it going without having to kill what we was trying to do from the beginning, and which was bringing creatives together and kind of just having everybody create together and just managing everything, you know, just figuring it out. But I decided to go along with it after we found the spot. Like, yo, you do this, I do this, and that's it. And we talked about it. It's a barbershop and a studio now.
And that it is. So I'm like locked in. For people that cut hair, aka barbers, right? The hairline, that's where you gotta like really like lock in and not really talk. So it's kind of like trying to ask questions and think right now. It's
killing me. Oh, you trying to open my mouth?
No, you're good. Gotta make sure this jar is stirred. So, real quick, what would you say to the person that is stuck creatively? You know, we all go through these creative funks where sometimes we just feel burnt out, or whatever the case may be, how you said life be hitting sometimes. What advice could you give that person?
Just don't think down. Like, you gotta really stay positive, and you really got, there's tools out there. You got a phone. There's tools out there that can help you get creative, that can help you to put all your ideas together. That way you're not sitting here blowing, you know, your brain's not blowing up. And if you're stuck, you don't love it. Because if you love it, you're going to keep going regardless. You're always going to have ideas. You're never going to stop. And that really goes into when we was talking about earlier about loving what you do, because you really got to love what you do in order to keep going and be consistent. And like we talked about, life gets hard, but at the same time, you wiggle that shit off and you come right back.
Yes.
It's how hard you come back that matters. You could fall, you could stop being, you could have a creative stump and fall a little bit, but If you're a real creator, you're gonna create. You're gonna figure it out.
I find myself, whenever I feel like stuck, I find myself just writing 1,000 things down. I find it that when life gets a little hard, I just started thinking about my why and why I started this, and then I just go from there. So I just kind of keep reminding myself, like, this is why you started, and this is why you should continue. And you never know, because Vanelli Cutz Scoop of the Day started off as me just wanting to ask people what their New Year's resolution was. Mm-hmm. And now I'm interviewing people in See the Vision Studio.
When I think about it, it's going to be the first time I ever say this on camera. We're going to do Vanelli Cutz. I got 5 kids. Let me explain something to you. I think about every single one of them when I decide I'm going triple full, because if I triple full, I got a couple that's going to fall right behind.
Yeah, they're going to be looking at you.
So I got to make sure that I keep going. Just find your reason to keep going. If you don't have a reason, figure it the fuck out. Like, you gonna figure it out. Trust me. There's always something that will keep you going and make you want more out of life.
Definitely, when it comes to kids, that's definitely the biggest reason, the biggest motivation. You definitely want to leave. That's part of the legacy, right? Definitely leave something behind, something that they could be proud of. And you want to see your kids seeing you follow your dreams too.
It rubs off on them.
100%. What you do today is gonna set the way for how they have their grind and what they want to do the day of tomorrow.
If you're lazy, they gonna be lazy.
100%.
They gonna go get it. There's no question about that.
All right, we're gonna add a little special sauce here. Oh wow, I forgot the corn.
You don't got no mirrors?
No. You're just gonna have to trust that I snap.
No, I know. I'm not trusting you.
I have to just know. This is the way. But no, I did not bring a mirror because I thought, we're gonna be in a barbershop.
No, we didn't think this through at all.
At all. I didn't even bring.
I asked him about the chair today. He was like, he don't want the chair to be moving around too much because
they're expensive.
He don't want to scratch nothing. No, he don't want to scratch the floor. Now.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But I don't know if we did this in 25 minutes, but we definitely got it done. 27. In the mark.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. I just if you could just